you'll have 5 minutes. The directions are on your team report. Conclusion of the 5 minutes, you guys get together, prepare a one-page investigative report on what your findings are, what you discovered, what the evidence is, and I'll leave you to it. As a reminder, you may examine evidence, take photos and video, but don't remove any items.
We are watching a video of Sac State's Division of Criminal Justice Crime Lab. This is Made at Sac State, the video magazine. I'm Gloria Moraga. Thank you for joining us. We are talking about Sac State's renowned Division of Criminal Justice, and our three guests are here, and thank you all for being here. We have Sacramento County Sheriff Scott Jones. Thank you, Sheriff, for being here.
My pleasure.
We have Chelsea Gomez, who is a student here at Sac State, a criminal justice student who's getting ready to go to the academy. And we have Chair of the Division of Criminal Justice, Mary Macguire. We're really excited to talk to the Sheriff about his time here at Sac State, but we're going to start with Mary. Mary, tell us about the Division of Criminal Justice at Sac State.
Thanks, Gloria. Well, you know, Sac State offered their first criminal justice class here on campus in 1949. And we are now one of the largest CJ programs in the Western United States. And we are, as most criminal justice programs, we're a practice-oriented major. And we're loyal to those roots, but our focus now is really on trying to prepare students to be more competitive in the global marketplace. You know, the curriculum focuses on analytical and ethical reasoning because our students are going off to law school or informing policy or speaking to best practices in criminal justice and becoming leaders in the field. So it's really, I think, partly our strong curriculum that helps that, but also we've got a number of opportunities for professional development for students in the field now. So we have, it's actually, the list is fairly long. We have a mentoring and law enforcement program, otherwise known as the MILE program. We've got a pretty robust pre-law advising program, and also to help students with build bridges and develop their own networks in the community. We have an annual criminal justice convocation that brings leaders in both regionally and nationally to talk about a variety of issues.
Yes, you tackle some real happening now issues.
We do, and we're looking at the future. We have a speaker series called Unlocking Potential that looks at the future of criminal justice, where we're going. And lastly, just a sort of a new development, we are now the home to the Center for the Study of Criminal Justice and Criminology that's looking at evaluating research and questions really on the local and the national level.
We want to talk to the Sheriff about your job, and we will get to your time at Sac State. But first, how difficult is it? What's it like to be a sheriff these days when there's so many safety concerns on our minds? In
some respects, being the sheriff is much like being a deputy sheriff from the first day on the street. It's some days are fantastic, some days are extremely challenging. It's periodic fear. The job looks a little different from where I sit than where I sat 26 years ago. But it's like being the CEO of in my case, a $400 million corporation that goes 24 hours a day and trying to keep 1.4 million people safe as I can. So it's challenging, and even when I'm not doing something, there are many things that I have to remain concerned and focused on.
How important is it as sheriff to have been a student here at Sac State and to be able to work with Sac State?
It's tremendously important. We look for college education when we both hire as well as when we promote to each of our ranks. So it's very important to us. I can tell you that at Sac State, I know that the criminal justice program provides folks with not only the contacts and the professors that have real-time experience and the curricula that is going to be most beneficial, but gives them that experience that we know is going to be useful when we're looking to hire them or promote them.
Chelsea Gomez, tell us about your time at Sac State and in this division, the criminal justice.
My time here has been amazing. I couldn't be more thankful for the professors I've had, the experience I've been able to gain just through networking. Get to know your professors, get to know, get those letter of recommendations, get involved, take internships, go out and volunteer, be part of the community here at Sac State, join organizations, whether it's something related to criminal justice or just be involved, period. I'm actually the president of the American Criminal Justice Association Lambda Alpha Epsilon, the Sigma Chi chapter here at Sac State. And it's been a great experience. I've been able to meet so many great people. We've had guest speakers from all walks of life come in that are related to law enforcement and share their experience within the field. Just be active, be part of the community, do what you can, use the resources available that the criminal justice here at Sac State provides you, and don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, it is your future, and it starts here at Sac State, and you're moving towards your future and the career that you want.
We're running out of time, but do you have a question that you want to ask the sheriff about getting into law enforcement?
So as a young person starting my career fairly soon, what would be the best advice you could give me?
You know, I would say that, you know, even though you're going to be in a large organization, that you're going to look to your left and right and see hundreds of folks that are dressed just like you and look just like you, still try and take opportunities to set yourself apart. And you do that not by pushing others down to raise yourself up, because law enforcement is the exact opposite of that. But take opportunities to do more than what's asked of you, and it's not unlike your experience here. Take opportunities to volunteer for new experiences. It's get to know folks either formally or informally as mentors throughout your career, and always look for opportunities to better yourself through education or through classes, and always be introspective about your own ethical structure. I mean, I'm sure your folks are very good right now as students. You have to take a different step as an officer, which is true at every single assignment. So never stop that personal introspection either.
And Sheriff, to put you on the spot, just final comments on your time at Sac State. What was it like to be made at Sac State?
You know, I was just reminded that I graduated from Sac State shortly before Chelsea was born. But I will say that it was absolutely fantastic, and not just for the curriculum and the professors that were, in many cases, practitioners, retired practitioners who gave real practical knowledge, but it gave me an excitement for the profession, and it also gave me a zest for learning. It certainly helped when I later decided to go to law school. It gave me that foundation for doing that. It just prepared me well, not only for my career, but honestly for a lifetime full of making inquiries, asking questions, and achieving.
All right. Thank you all very much for sharing more on the Division of Criminal Justice here at Sac State.